Hey, it's Black Vader once again with another reading of the code. Sorry, it's been like a week or so, but hey, we're back at it once again. We gotta do it one thing at a time. But we're gonna go into name calling, page 206. You can get the code at producejustice.com. Please like, comment, subscribe. Rome wasn't built in a day. So as long as I'm doing it, hey, it is what it is. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Just keep watching. Name calling. Do not under any circumstance call any person by any name or title except the names or title that the person asked to be called by or willingly accepts being called by. When a person calls you a name calling, do not respond before asking yourself if the name that you are being called is true. If the name that you are being called is true, respond by saying yes or by saying thank you very much. If it's not true, respond by saying nothing. If you are confused, ask for definitions. Exception: if you are called a liar, ask for details about what you said that was said to not be true. Explanation: all conflict that involves name calling can be constructively minimized by responding to it in an aforementioned manner. Do not call any non-white person smart as long as he or she is subject to white supremacy, racism in any area of activity. Instead, say the specific things that the person does with efficiency. Smart people are not subject to white supremacy. Sorry, that was my fan. It threw me off. I thought that was like a bird or something. But do not call any white person ignorant as long as he or she knows how to participate in the practice of white supremacy, racism. A white person who knows how to participate in the practice of white supremacy, racism, white supremacy is not ignorant. Do not call any person, white or non-white, wise who now exists in the known universe. Wise people do not practice or tolerate the practice of non-justice. Wise people practice justice. Justice does not exist. Do not call any person sane that now exists in a known universe. During the existence of white supremacy, no person is sane. That kind of makes me feel better. But, sorry, my fan is just really annoying. Yeah. So we're all just in this insane cycle together, this hell on earth. But we're all trying at the same time. So I'm going to continue to read on. Question: what is the best and correct thing to say or do when you are called a nigger, coon, dinge, gook, goonie, geezer, coffer, muddy, shine, spook, buck, etc.? Answer: say and do nothing. Alternatively, if you choose to say or do something, ask the following 3 questions and record the answers. 1. What is a nigger? 2. Why are you calling me a nigger? 3. What do you say is a correct thing to do with, for, against, and or about a nigger? When you are confused, have doubts, and or have questions about a person's chosen or accepted title of identification, ask the following, including the chosen or accepted title. 1. Are you a blank? 2. Am blank? 3. What is a blank? 4. What does a blank do in all areas of activity that people who are not a blank do/not do? 5. Can any person be a blank? If so, how? If not, why not? 6. What is the basic purpose for being a blank? 7. As a blank, how are you required to interact with me in each area of activity, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, politics, law, religion, sex, and war/counterwar. 8. Are you an expert in regards to being a blank? If so, how did you become an expert, and why is it that I am not an expert? Question. Who is the best person to answer the question in detail? What is a Semite, or what is a Aryan? Answer. The one who is best qualified to answer any of the following questions is one who says that he or she is a Semite or Aryan, and who is able to prove it to the one who asked the questions. Questions. What is a Semite or Aryan? 2. What is not a Semite or Aryan? 3. What does a person who is Semite or Aryan do in regards to his or her interaction with people who are also Semites or Aryans in all areas of activity? 4. What does a person who is a Semite or Aryan do in regards to his or her interactions with people who are not Semites or Aryans in all areas of activities? Question. It is correct for a non-white person to identify himself or herself by the names or titles that were directly or indirectly given to or forced upon him by the racist man and racist woman, white supremacists collectively. Answer. Yes, but only if he or she has the intention of using those names and or titles as part of the evidence of his or her subjugation to racist man and racist woman. Notes. As a non-white person, and if it is constructively useful for you to do so, keep and use the names and or titles that were given to you by racist man and racist woman. Use these names and titles as proof of having forced you to be unjustly subject to their will. Use these names and titles as part of your justification for asking them to compensate you for having made you their so-called property as race subjects and or race slaves. I think any black person in America, if you really think about it, where does our last name come from? Where does our first name come from? I mean, if you have parents who gave your first name based upon English colonizers and your last name is based on English colonizers that were here many years ago, you're probably going to have a similar last name. Like, my last name is Clark. Like, that's no African in it at all or anything like that, or even just indigenous in it at all. Like, it's just Clark. Like, you know, I believe it's Irish or England or something like that. But those were the people that owned my family, and at the same time, like, there's also on my father's side. So, like, and I have different white folks going all the way back to the 1600s to go into the Supreme Court for money in my family and stuff over land and everything like that. So, like, the white people in my family, they were kind of lit. Like, you know, they were arguing about money, trying to get money and all this other shit. And, you know, it's so crazy how, like, the black people in this country, we're so tied to the white people in this country to where we're actually family with white people in this country. You know what I mean? Like to the point where the masters had sex with the slaves at the same time and everything like that. And it's horrible because we're subject to the system of white supremacy, and this was forced upon us. But, you know, there's just more claim to what we're subject to. Because people don't think, like, just because you say you're not a victim doesn't mean you're not a victim. Just because if you're in jail, just because you say you're in jail, you know, I mean, you're not in jail doesn't mean you're not in jail. Like, you know, it's like, but I just want to say thank y'all for watching my videos and everything like that, and let's continue to read on. On lifestyle. Question. What is the so-called lifestyle? Which so-called lifestyle is correct to seek to maintain, imitate, or glorify the so-called white style or the so-called black lifestyle? So this is talking about lifestyle. Black lifestyle or white lifestyle, which one's better? Answer: neither. It is correct for all people to practice only that form of codified behavior that makes the best use of truth, that which is in such a manner that justice, balance between people, and correctness, balance between people, creatures, things, etc., is produced and maintained. Notes: the so-called white lifestyle, white culture in function is the maintenance, expansion, or refinement of the system of white supremacy, racism. The so-called black lifestyle, black culture in function is the pitiful, primitive, stupid, and or silly reaction to the maintenance, expansion, or refinement of the system of white supremacy by the victims of the system. Both the so-called white lifestyle and the so-called black lifestyle are expressed at all times whatever it is that white people and non-white people are doing and saying in every area of activity. These expressions have resulted in interactions between white people and non-white people, and interactions between non-white people with each other that can be best as described as tacky, trashy, or terroristic. The black lifestyle is specifically designed to keep black people in a condition and status that is pitiful, primitive, silly, and or stupid. In addition, there's practically nothing in a lifestyle of black people, past or present, that is both strong and are worthy enough value to cause racist men and racist women to end their practice of white supremacy. No person can truthfully say that the system of white supremacy produces non-white people or white people who can correctly be called quality people. Quality people, universal man and universal woman, are people who are of truly and totally constructive value. Since the establishment of white supremacy, the white people who practice white supremacy are powerful, deceptive, super violent, and greatly and intelligently unjust. Their so-called lifestyle is to abuse, belittle, confuse, and subjugate non-white people in a royal and sophisticated manner, and to brag about it. They continue to study, learn, and grow more powerful and self-assured by making non-white people into trash people. The correct so-called lifestyle that every person should choose to produce is a precise way of thinking, speaking, and acting that best results in a revelation of truth and in use of truth revealed in such manner as to result in justice and correctness. Think of ways to get people to abandon the so-called white lifestyle. Competition and domination based on motivated deceit and violence. Think of ways to get people to abandon the so-called black lifestyle. Being serious about things that are silly and non-constructive, and silly about things that are serious and constructive. Think of ways of producing a universal lifestyle based on the use of truth, that which is, in a manner that best helps produce justice and correctness in all areas of activity. Question: what part of the ghetto culture should be promoted? None. It is incorrect or willfully or deliberately. It is incorrect to willfully or deliberately say or do anything that helps to promote or support the ghetto culture. Examples: talking about sexual conquest, insulting remarks, name-calling, using profanity, bragging about possessions, stealing, robbing, fighting, maiming, or killing for prestige, trivial possessions, or fun, etc. Some suggestions: spend as little money as practical for anything that is used mostly for purposes of showing off: clothing, trinkets, vehicles, etc. Try to buy what is necessary and constructive. Do not speak in active support of ghetto glorification, as it is usually practiced by non-white people who try to glorify or celebrate their conditions of racial subjugation. Do not talk in a slurred or whiny manner. Do not walk in an artificial manner. Walk in a manner that gets you where you need to be, and in a manner that is efficient and non-attention getting. Question: which gang, club, clique, tribe, group, cartel, organization, or nation should you seek to belong to? Answer: none. Do not seek to belong to any person, creature, place, or thing. instead seek to produce peace by using truth, that which is, in such a manner as to produce justice, balance between people, and correctness, balance between people, creatures, things, spirits, etc., in all that you think, say, and do, in all areas of activity. Seek to interact with people, but only in a manner that is designed to produce a constructive result. Do all that you can to avoid mistreating anyone and give constructive help to people who is most need of that help. Do your very best to do these things every day, wherever you may be. And I think I'm going to end the video right there. We're going to continue on, but that's more reading into the politics. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Even if you're one person, two person, three person, four, I really appreciate it. So thank you guys just for being here. I am Michael or Black Vader, So yeah, thank you guys. God bless y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.